Hello, lovely Year Fours. It's Miss Margette here. Happy Friday! I hope you had a great day yesterday celebrating World Book Day. Remember, if you've got any photos to send your teacher, then we will love to see them. Just a little note to say that this is our last maths lesson working from home. Can I get a woo? That is great. Guys, you've worked so hard. I am so impressed. Well done, you lovely humans. So make sure you've got your maths book, your pencil, ruler and a rubber for our last home learning maths. Okay, so you need to write the short date and get the title into your book and of course underline using a ruler. Okay, so our learning powers. We are focusing today on making links to previous learning that we've made with both using the operations and with money. And we're also being resourceful. If we find something tricky, use something around us or be resourceful and find something which could help you. That could also mean asking your teacher or the teacher on duty how to work this one out. Okay, fantastic effort. So I thought it would be very useful to just think about what the four operations are and the different ways that this could be said. So we've got addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, and there are a number of different ways that those words can be said. So make sure that you're familiar with these for this lesson. Now before we start anywhere though, we are going to do some total recall. So pause the video, give this one a go and join me in a second for the answers. So we have place value. What is the value of the underlined digit? Now, the underlined digit is in the ones column. It's a number 8. So the value of the underlined digit is 8. 8 ones. And the number is 3,498. Next, we've got column subtraction. 5,178. Take away, subtract 2,213. So let's give that one a go, starting in the ones column. So 8 take away 3 equals 5. And then I need to work out 7 take away 1, which equals 6. Next, I've got 1 take away 2. Now I am going to struggle to do that, so I need to exchange from the column next door and bring that one over. That's a funny looking one. So now I've got 11 take away 2, which equals 9. And lastly, I've got 4, not thinking that's a 5, it's a 4 take away 2, which equals 2. So the answer is 2,965. And lastly, I will be converting 976 pence into pounds and pence. I know that there are 100 pennies, 100 pence in £1. Therefore, in 900 pence, I will have 9 pounds. Don't forgetting my decimal point with 76 pence. I do not need to write pence or the P sign because I've got my pound symbol. Okay. Let's go for it. So, my first question, which coins would complete this bar model? You can use coins more than once. So here in the top of my bar model, my whole is £1 10 pence. And I've got my bar model's been sectioned off into 5 different parts. And I need to have those together, adding those together to create £1 10 pence. So pause the video and see if we do it the same way, or perhaps you do it a different way. I'd be very intrigued. Okay, so to begin with, what I would do is partition £1 and the 10 pence. Now I know that there are 5 20 pences in a pound because 5 times 20 is 100. So 5 times 20 pence is £1. And then next I've still got 10 pence. If I've got 5 sections, 5 times something is equal to 10. 5 times 2, or 5 times 2 pence, is equal to 10 pence. But you might have worked it out a different way. How did you guys solve that one? I'd be very interested to know, because all of our brains work out things differently. Okay, let's move on. Complete the bar model for the problem. Emma has £24.50. She spends £3.75. How much does she have left? I need to complete the bar model. So in the top, I need to have my total. I know that Emma has a total of £24 and 50 pence. And she spends £3.75. I'm going to put that in my smaller section below. So somehow I need to work out this section here. Do you have any ideas how I could do this? Pause the video and give it a go. Now if I were you guys, I would subtract £24.50 from £3.75, and I've set that up here to the right. Now I had to be super careful of the place value and the positioning of these numbers so that I didn't get this confused. So let's begin. We will start in our ones, or well, we actually know this is our hundreds. So we've got 0, take away 5. Well, I am going to struggle to do that, so I need to exchange and bring that one over. So now I've got 10, take away 5, which equals 5. Next, I need to work out 4, take away 7. Now I am going to struggle to do that, so I need to exchange again. So much exchanging. Well, now I've got 14 and I'm taking away 7, which equals 7. Now I've just added my decimal point there to help me understand and visually see each of the columns. Next, I've got 3, take away 3. Well, if I've got 3 and I take away 3, then I will have nothing left. And lastly, 2, take away, well, a 0 would go here. So 2, take away 0 equals 2. So, therefore, I know that this part here, this missing part of my bar model, is £20.75. And I could check that if I wanted to by adding £20.75 and £3.75 together, and I would get the total of £24.50. Okay. Next, calculate the missing numbers. Now I've got something, add £2.65 equals £5, and then 8 times by something equals £2.40. So let's start at the beginning. Something add £2.65 equals £5. Now for this one, I would do the inverse. And the inverse just means the opposite. So we've got £5 take away £2.65. So let's do this one together. Now you'll see that we've got a whole lot of zeros, but we're not going to let that interrupt us or bother us. So let's go for 0, take away 5. Well, I cannot do that. So let's go to the next. I can't do that one either, so I need to go to the next. Now I will cross that one out and exchange that one. Now I need that one in this far 0 here, so let's cross that one out, make that a 9, and I bring that over to here. So now I've got 10 take away 5. 10 take away 5 equals 5. Now remember guys that I've got a 9 here, so 9 take away 6 equals 3, decimal point, and then 4 take away 2 equals 2. So I now therefore know that £2.35 add £2.65 equals £5. Next, 8 times something equals £2.40. Now I need to work out what this is here. Now I'm going to use the knowledge of my 8 times table to help me work this one out, because I know that there are 38 in £2.40. Now how did I work that one out? Well, I worked that out by thinking, how many 8s go into 24? I've just ignored this 0 for now. I know that there are 3 8s in 24, but I'm not working with just 24. I'm working with technically 240. So I need to make that 10 times greater. So therefore I know that this will be, I could do 0, carry that like that, or I could have 30 pence. It's completely up to you. So 8 times 30 pence equals £2.40, using my knowledge of the 8 times table. Right, last one before you move on to your sheets. The table below shows the entrance prices for the fun fair. We've got 2 different prices for the weekday and a weekend. How much would it cost for 1 adult and 2 children to visit the fun fair during the week. Okay, so let's start. I need to make first sure of that I'm looking at the right column for this. It's during the week, so it'll be a weekday. The weekend is Saturday and Sunday, but during the week is Monday to Friday, a weekday. So an adult will cost £15.50 to go to the fun fair. And I've got 2 children with me. So I need to do, you can either work out £7.75 times by 2. You could add £7.75 together. It's completely up to you. You might even be able to work this out in your head. For example, I know that 7 add 7, so 7 times 2 is 14, plus £75 is the same as £15.50. So there are multiple ways that you could work that one out. So let's go for it. We've got 0, add 0 equals 0. 5 add 5 equals 10. So I bring my 0 down here and I exchange this 1. 5 add 5 equals 10 plus this 1 is 11. And then 1 add 1 equals 2. Add this additional 1. So that is 3. So the total for an adult and 2 children to visit the fun fair during the week is £31. Right, I'm sure you might have just done 15 add 15 plus 50 pence plus 50 pence. There are different ways, so we could partition it or we could add it together. Okay, so well done guys. You're now going to be moving on to the sheets which are on the Sway document. You can print them out, but you don't really need to. Join me in a minute for a pit stop and then finally the plenary. If you're finding this very easy, then please make sure that you move on to the extension. Okay, a quick pit stop. What I want you to do is to reflect on your learning so far. Is there anything that you've been struggling with? And if there is, then what could you use to help yourself? You could be super resourceful and flick back through your maths book to find out if there's anything in there that could help you. Okay, carry on folks. If you want to challenge yourself, go on to that extension task. And lastly, we've got our plenary. So Lana is shopping. She has about £20 to spend. She has about £20 to spend. Estimate what she could purchase. So we would need to round each of these amounts to the nearest pound and then think of perhaps some different ways that she could spend her money. So let's go through the dress. Round to the nearest pound, I round down, so that's £11. For the jacket, I would round up, so that's to £6. For a shirt, I'm rounding down, looking at that pence, so that's £7. The scarf, don't be fooled by this guys, this would be rounding up. A hat would cost £5 because we're rounding up. And lastly, the shoes would cost £7 because we are rounding up to the nearest pound. Now have a look at this guys. How could Lana spend her £20 approximately? Okay, so I've thought of perhaps she could buy, oh that's not 8, sorry, that's £9, isn't it? Silly Miss Margaret, let's rub that one out. I almost fooled myself then, didn't I? I hope some of you were teacher checking. Well done folks. Okay, so we could have, she might want to buy some shoes costing £7 and a shirt costing £7. So that's £14 in total. I've still got approximately £6 left. So she might also want to buy a jacket for £6. Can you think of some different ways to help Lana spend her £20? If you want to, you could either change these items to something that would more suit your taste, but still keep with the same prices, so you're still not confusing yourselves too much or letting Miss Margaret confuse you. Okay, well done guys, we are so impressed. That is the end of your last maths lesson of home learning. If you want, you can do some star jumps to celebrate. You can go and give somebody a hug because you're so pleased. It's completely up to you. But we are so proud of you. We will see you on Monday. We are so excited to see all your lovely faces. Have a great weekend and well done again, guys. We did it. Bye.